Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Toxicity and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Last week, you guys, we beat Lieutenant Surge, so if you guys want to go back and check that video out, it was definitely worth the watch. This episode started with a bit of grinding because we had quite a lot of stuff to clear out, quite a few encounters, evolutions, and battles to get through before we get into the story. So in this video, we face off against Team Rocket, and towards the end of the video, we get surprised with a very difficult battle, and there's a lot of destruction at the end of that battle, so definitely stay tuned for a bit of a shock. But if you guys want to see more videos where I just talk the whole way through and we just kind of play the game, then let me know down below. Or if you like these videos where I kind of just include the most important parts, then I can definitely do those and just include some grinding to show you guys the rest of the video. That would be easy. I could do that, but just let me know down below in the comments. Hopefully you guys go on to enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like on the video. It helps me out a lot. And without further ado, let's jump into Team Rocket. So the start of this video, basically we got through to Celadon City in the grinding montage. We then had to go into the underground, into the sewers with Erica, who's the Celadon City gym leader. We come across a couple of cool little fusions for our encounter down here, so I chose to catch this Eradicate and Muck fusion. We already have Eradicate, but I thought Muck is quite a good Pokemon to capture. Its level is quite high as well, so if we do lose members of the party, we can just add this thing straight to our team, and it looks really derpy, really weird, so we might even take the Eradicate away from it and fuse it with something else. A lot of down here was just double battles with Erica. As you see, our newly put together Cubone and Jumpluff fusion is going crazy on these Pokemon. I was a bit nervous considering they're poison type Pokemon, but that doesn't end up phasing us too much. The grinding montage helped us get up to around level 28 or 27, so it was quite good to come down here and actually battle through this area. A lot of these trainers just had quite basic Pokemon, so it wasn't really an issue at all. I did find down here was quite repetitive though. It was quite annoying to actually navigate the sewers, but I guess it's good to have a bit of a challenge here and there. My team is definitely building quite well, especially in this video. Well, before something happens later in the video, I guess I should say. But I really enjoy using a lot of these Pokemon, and I definitely want to try a bit of a harder Infinite Fusion later in the future. Maybe do like a hardcore Nuzlocke completely randomized. I feel like that would be good fun, but I wasn't expecting to battle who we did battle in this episode, or towards the end of this episode. One of my friends messaged me saying this battle was coming up in Celadon City, but I didn't expect it to be this early on. And as you see here, we do get a nice evolution. We get a Marowak Jumpluff now, which is super cool. So then it was time to face our fears. Our team is looking okay health-wise, but then we meet the man himself, Giovanni. I was not expecting this battle to be right here, right now, but Giovanni comes at us with his full force, and his team is very, very over-leveled compared to ours. And I honestly had no strategy when it came to Giovanni. I didn't know what the heck to do. I didn't even get a chance to move my Pokemon around, so we let off with Pokey, and the Arbok Onyx gets an Intimidate off. It was very silly of me to go with Bulldoze here, but luckily for us, we get a speed drop. It hits us with Acid Spray, which is not very effective. I should have just hit Mud Bomb straight away, because it would have done a bit more damage, but I start going for Bubble Beams, which is not very smart, and then I do end up going for Mud Bomb, sorry, which does maximum damage and takes this thing out. So off to a good start, yes, but out comes the most random fusion I've ever heard of, and probably one of the hardest Pokemon to navigate. We have a Haunter and a Kangaskhan. Now, my strategy here was out the window. I had Viney, and I just wanted to get as much damage off as I can. So I go for Sleep Powder, thinking maybe we can put this thing to sleep. It outspeeds and smashes us with Shadow Ball and gets a crit, and out goes Viney. Regardless of what I did there, I was losing a Pokemon, which was very, very sad. Viney was one of my favorite Pokemon on the team. So Butterman comes in and tanks a Dizzy Punch. We get off a Stun Spore, which is great. We can slow this thing down, but Butterman is basically useless for the rest of this battle. Now, my idea here was maybe to go out to Hover, but I wasn't sure on what to do. So we go out into Dirtburb just to get an Intimidate drop off. And I had no strategy for the rest of this battle. We get hit with a Dizzy Punch, which does a huge amount of damage, and then we get a Bite Off, which is super effective, but it does almost nothing before getting knocked down to red with another Dizzy Punch. And our team is starting to look very frail, very weak, and the loss of Viney was definitely a big one. So I go out into Hover, and Hover's kind of been the MVP down here. It's got us through quite a bit. We tank a Dizzy Punch and then start going for Bullet Seeds, and we managed to successfully hit 3 Bullet Seeds on this go before Shadow Ball takes us down to the red on 3 HP. Yes, 3 HP. So in my mind, I'm like, we can't switch out. We're going to lose a Pokemon. We go for another Bullet Seed here, and we manage to successfully get a Paralyze and go straight for another Bullet Seed. Wow, Hover really proves himself in this battle, and Butterman goes to level 29. Wants to learn Whirlwind, but I don't really want to teach it Whirlwind. I feel like its moveset is good as it is. And then out comes the last Pokemon, which is still a threat in itself. So we go out to Pokey here, and I just want to go for a water type move because Ryras is out here, Lapras and Rhydon fusion. I go for a Bulldoze just to lower its speed, and Chip Away does an insane amount of damage and gets a crit. So we lose Pokey, who's been one of my favorite Pokemon on the team. Pokey and Viney have been the two that I've absolutely loved using. We get a quick Intimidate drop off, and I just have to go for Water Pulses here. There's no other option, and then Dirtburb goes down to a Chip Away. And we're left with a very frail team, an under-leveled fusion Pokemon. So I go out into Hover, and we get a Bullet Seed off, managing to successfully hit 3 times and taking Ryris down. We take out Giovanni, but unfortunately we lose half our team in the process. So not only did we lose half our team, but we lost the half that I really adored using. Dirtbird with Gyarados was great, but the other 2 Pokemon have definitely moved up in my favorite Pokemon list. Like, they were so good. We get a Silph Scope, meaning we can head back to Lavender Town and rescue the old man, as we saw in the grinding montage. But I was literally distraught at the end of this video. I didn't know what to do. We had a very, very damaged team, and I was just very upset that we lost some of my favorite Pokemon in this run. So the next couple episodes are mostly going to be team building and grinding before we head back to Lavender Town and take that on. But yeah, RIP Pokey, RIP Viney, RIP Dirtburb. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you did. Let me know down below if you are enjoying just seeing the most important battles of the episodes at the end, or if you want to see more of a talky walkthrough episode, then definitely let me know as well. Happy to adjust the process that I do, but this episode ended in tragedy, and then we go and pop these Pokemon into the dead box. And honestly, our dead box has some power in the PC, so hopefully we can get some new Pokemon soon to make up for the fact that we've lost some pretty impressive Pokemon. I'll catch you guys on the next episode next week. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.